صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Federal Government of Somalia, Salah Ahmed Jama, Their Excellencies, Federal Ministers, His Excellency Mahmoud Benabene of Mobil, Minister for Interior Fiqh, Minister for Public Works, Minister Farah for Education, Minister Dawood Awais for Information, all protocol observed, Director Generals, ministers from FMS, Federal Member States, members of Parliament, UNFPA country representatives and other high-level officials, Deputy Representative of the UNSG, USAID Acting Country Representative for Somalia, FCDO Somalia Development Director, SRCC for ATMIS Ambassador Mohammed, other international partners, members of the public, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to have you on board for the launch of the Somali Population Housing Census, the first in more than half a century. Ladies and gentlemen, our program goes as follows. We will have remarks by the Somali National Bureau of Statistics Director General. We will have an entertainment group and a video. And we will have remarks by the UNFPA Somalia representative. We will have remarks by, sorry not to have mentioned, the governor and the mayor of Mogadishu, Honorable Mr. Yusuf Hussein. Then we will have, Mr. Abdurrahman Abdi Ahmed. We will have an FF minister who will make remarks, followed by the deputy representative of the Secretary General, Ms. Anita. We will have remarks by USAID Somalia Acting Somalia representative, Mr. Ted Lawrence, and then we will have FCDO Somalia Development Director, Mr. Damon Bristow. Then we will have His Excellency, the Minister for Mobil, who will welcome the Deputy Prime Minister of the Federal Republic of Somalia, His Excellency Salah Ahmed Jama. The program will end with a VIP group photo, then lunch will be served thereafter. Without further ado, I would like to welcome the Mr. Sharmarke Farah of Somali National Bureau of Statistics to make his preliminary remarks.
Assalamu alaikum. His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister of the Federal Government of Somalia, Honorable Minister of Planning, Investment and Economic Development, Honorable Ministers of the Federal Government of Somalia, Governor of Banaadir Region, Acting SRSG, SRCC and Head of ATMIS, UNFPA representative, ambassadors, representatives from donors, community led by FCDO and USAID, representatives from the UN agencies, parliamentarians, government officials, civil society, media, greetings and welcome to you all. We are extremely delighted that the Deputy Prime Minister of Somalia is here with us to officially launch the National Population and Housing Census today. The keynote speech and the messages by the government on this occasion will be delivered by the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Planning, Investment and Economic Development. However, The purpose of my slot is to first welcome you all and to thank you for your great participation today. Secondly, I would like to present a brief overview of the progress made so far, the immediate next steps, and the development value of Census for Somalia. So next slide. We are proud to share with you the significant achievements that have been made in the past couple of years in terms of Somali population and housing project. These achievements include high-level consultative meetings, the development and endorsement of the Census project plan, the establishment of technical advisory committee, the appointment of a census coordinator, also a memorandum of understanding established between the Somali National Bureau of Statistics and the federal member states. A census project document and a roadmap has been developed and endorsed. Census year and a month has been agreed upon. Furthermore, we have secured licenses for ESRI's census modernization package, engaged with Digital Globe and ONS for satellite imagery and methodology. The U.S. Census Bureau has been engaged and is committed to supporting the training of census planning and management, while the settlement and listening verification planning and basic GIS training have been initiated. These achievements signify the importance and commitment placed on the project, on the census project, and will enable us to obtain accurate and reliable data that will guide our development process. Now, next slide. The census cycle is guided by an international process that is technically led by UNFPA and involves 4 stages. The first stage is the pre-census planning. During the pre-census planning stage, census officials engage in consultations with wide stakeholders to develop a comprehensive plan for the census. In our case, the pre-census process was initiated in 2018 with UNFPA and FCDO support and was accelerated during the establishment of the Somali National Bureau of Statistics in 2020. We are very pleased to have fully completed all of the activities in the first phase. Today, we mark the second phase, the preparatory stage, which involves activities such as mapping, listing of households, training of census enumerators. This will be followed by census field enumeration stage. This is a very short stage. It takes about 2 months and involves the actual counting of people and units using a digital device. The final phase is the post-enumeration activities, which include data processing, analysis, dissemination of results, while a preliminary result will be generated after a month of the enumeration. Thanks to the digital devices we are using, the census data is so enormous and useful that it will take several years to develop all the prerequisite reports and thematic studies for socio-economic development. Now, if we go to the third slide, as we have just seen, the core activity is the second phase, which is the planning, which is mapping. Somalia has not produced official maps in the past 3 years. Lack of official maps is one of the biggest challenges that has faced Somalia in the recent years. This has resulted in duplication of efforts by international agencies as each agency develops maps that are specific to their project. The results are that lack of standard and uniformity. So you have various maps circulating, each omitting certain town or a village, and even when they concur on the settlement, they have different names or spellings. Without accurate maps, it becomes difficult to plan, monitor, and evaluate development programs and services. However, we have a technical issue, no problem, we will continue. However, the mapping necessary for the Somali population and housing exercise will provide a solution to this challenge. Through this exercise, we will be able to produce maps that will include points of interest, such as schools, health centers, landmarks, mosques, businesses, building footprints, household points, roads, bridges, as well as core objectives of the exercise, which is enumerator area and optimization, which allows effective and efficient workload distribution for the thousands of enumerators that will be employed during the actual census. These maps will be invaluable tool for planning, decision making, and policy formulation. They will also allow a better understanding of the demographics of Somalia and the needs of our people. We will also be able to track progress through the use of dashboards and updated base maps. Now the final slide, next slide please. These are just a summary of the benefits. The benefits of population and housing are enormous. Here is a summarized list, including the determining the population size, age, sex distribution, household composition, mortality, and population density per square meter. The census also helped establish geographic boundaries, guide investment decisions, determine the economic needs, as well as the formulation of economic policies, estimate revenue, and determine the number of polling centers and voters. Additionally, the census provides information on lower level estimates, such as the sampling frame development, the provision of social amenities, the number of internally displaced families and needs, the number of migrants, information to guide humanitarian assistance. Overall, the population census information is critical for the distribution and decision making. Now, I think it's important we have this next slide. I wanted to finally thank all of the donors and partners that have contributed to the progress that we have made thus far and who continue to support the next stage of this great endeavor. These include UNFPA, UK8 or FCDO, US Census Bureau, Sweden, Swiss Development Cooperation, Finland, and USA. We look forward to donors and partners joining us as we officially launch the census today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Director General SMBS, for those amazing remarks. I now have the pleasure to invite Horsel Entertainment Group. We will also have a video soon as the technical issue is addressed. Thank you very much, and Horset team. Support the census is the theme of that very, very important song. We now need to show a few minutes a video. The technical team, please.
Achieving the Sustainable Development Goals will improve the quality of life in these these countries. It is more important than ever before for countries in sub-Saharan Africa to be at the forefront of the development agenda. Accurate data is essential for planning and development. The Somali Population and Housing Census